So the contract basically says that we're able to use the Ragnarok name. So then his attorney sent me a letter. Okay guys, I'm gonna start the Ragnarok video today in the middle of the alleyway, in the middle of the street, basically, for two reasons. Because it's in raw form right now, and SEMA was great. Thanks for everybody that joined, and thanks for everybody that came and saw the car and the progress. I really appreciate everybody's support with the project, and I know it's I don't want to call it controversial, but I am going to sit down with you guys in about a minute after I start talking a little bit about our progress and talk to you about the name Ragnarok. So stay tuned for that. If you guys are going to skip through this, don't miss that part right there. Come and look at all of our progress, okay? We've got the rear A-arms done. So we got billet A-arms. The shocks right now are temporary because Olin's is going to do the suspension for us. But what's going to happen is we're going to have to leave the car with them for about 2 to 3 weeks for them to corner balance and do all this cool stuff and basically weigh every angle of it so they can put the right shocks on the car, okay? Turbos are mocked up, all right? I've changed my mind already. I'm gonna go change the turbo to a mirror image turbo. What's gonna happen is, step back a little bit, Mario. See how this side right here comes from here? It'll come basically out here and into the intercooler because there's gonna be a big intercooler here, water to air. This one here, instead of facing this way, is gonna face this way. So it's gonna have the same thing. So it'd be a symmetrical system on the car, which is gonna look really professional and really great. If you look over here, you can see we have all of these pieces that you saw us like cutting and welding and everything are all smooth now. All the welds have been ground down and they've been basically perfected. So this piece looks as OEM as possible, right? Other than that, we haven't got the front stuff on yet. We got the back roll bars there, but you can see the tires in the back are cool. Everything's basically set in the right positions. It's looking fresh, looking really, really good. And we're about to go and take it right back to Igor so we can finish up the front of the car. And well, we're almost done, all right? So I'm gonna walk inside, I'm gonna get some paperwork, and I'm gonna show you guys some stuff about the name because I know everybody keeps asking me, and you know, well, I wanna solve this problem right now. So let's load this back up and I'll meet you guys inside. Guys, so let's talk about Ragnarok, right? So Ragnarok is a name I chose back in June-ish, July, to call the car. And I thought it was a really good idea. So I reached out to the trademark office, and Trans-America Tire Company owns the Ragnarok trademark in the automotive field. Okay, so you can trademark Ragnarok for a movie title, you can trademark Ragnarok for a makeup line, and you can trademark Ragnarok for an automotive use, whether it's a tire company, a name of a car. Trademarks all basically go in order, right? So they go like in the field, okay? So in the field of automotive, Trans-America Tire already owned that. So I reached out to Derek, which is the owner of Trans-America Tire, and we have a contract, right? So the contract basically says that we're able to use the Ragnarok name on an automotive, let's see, I'm gonna read it verbatim. Royalty Exotic Cars agrees to pay a one-time fee of $5,000 to Trans-America Tire for the use of Ragnarok trademark on one model of automobile payable by check, money order, transfer immediately upon signing this agreement. So boom, there you go. Now Houston is able to use Ragnarok, okay? About, let's see, 3-4 weeks go by and Koensigsegg, media outlet said that they're gonna use Ragnarok as well, and that hasn't been officially said by Koensigsegg, so I want everybody to understand that that's not a thing yet, but because Manny Koshman said it in his post, it gives me good inclination that that's what the name they're trying to use. So I reached out to Derek and I said, hey man, you know, Koenigsegg's trying to use the same name as me, what can we do? Derek responded saying, I have not given you exclusive rights to Ragnarok, and I was like, well, what's a trademark? Like, well, can I name now my company Ragnarok Tire? If a trademark isn't the definition of exclusive rights, right? So let's pull up the definition of exclusive or trademark, right? So Okay, it's really vague, all right? So didn't prove my case that much, but basically a word that legally registered or establishes the representation of a company or product, right? Doesn't actually use the word exclusive on this particular definition, but essentially when you buy a trademark, you are now the exclusive owner of the name, okay? That's why I have to pay him this, because the trademarks cost $200 to $300, $400 in some cases to register. So by giving him $5,000, that's a big deal. That's like basically 10 times the amount that you'd pay to register with the country. All right, so he said no, and I was like, hey, you know what, man, that's really unfair. Like, we just discussed this. He said, I didn't give you exclusive rights, and I was like, all right, well, cool. So then his attorney sent me a letter, okay? This is a very long letter right here, okay? I'm not gonna read this verbatim, but what I'm gonna tell you guys is that what this says is that they said that I'm only allowed to use Ragnarok on my personal car, right? Not for sale. Well, if that was the case, I wouldn't need to trademark it, right? Because I'm not selling anything. So in the sense that I wouldn't be infringing on his trademark, okay? Because he has a tire company. So what would be the point of me giving him $5,000 just to name my car Ragnarok? It's like saying that I gave you $5,000 to name my dog Ragnarok, okay? It's like the same thing. I'm not selling anything and I'm not infringing on that, right? So they're really wrong in this case. And it's really unfair because now we're in the midst of building such a great product and everything, and I haven't decided what I'm gonna do, because to fight all of this stuff and to go and say, hey, look, we're gonna sue you back and we're gonna do all these things is kind of ridiculous, you know? And I think that with Transamerica Tire, it's such a low blow, and they did such a poor job of representing like what we've talked about and what we negotiated, that, you know, it's kind of embarrassing, and I don't even really want to do business with people like this, because like that shows you how he does business with me, how he does business with his customers. So when he's selling all those tires and all that stuff, you know he's not doing good business, because this right here, all right? So essentially what I'm gonna have to do is respond to this and let him know, hey, like, do you really understand that this is our contract? It doesn't say non-exclusive or exclusive, so they can't say it's non-exclusive because it doesn't say it's non-exclusive. And it lets them know that we can make a model of a car. So if that's the case, then I don't think Koensigsegg can use one model of a car. Anyways, sorry for my rant. You guys get the idea. And that's the position that we're in, okay? So right now, Koensigsegg technically can't use Ragnarok either because they still own it. So my theory is that Transamerica Tire leased the trademark to both of us. It's my theory. We don't know. It doesn't clarify that. And we're gonna find out. So if you guys think I should just change my name and move along, you know, let me know in the comments below. But I really don't want to. I really like that name, and it's really, really cool. But if that's the case, then just let me know. And I really wish all of you guys would engage with this, because, you know, 10 people saying I should change my name isn't really enough, you know, for me to do that. So let's really get to this and let's really figure it out. So we're gonna head off to LA. We're gonna drop the car back off and see if we can get into any other business while we're there.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
You wanna give them a sneak peek?
Oh, okay, yeah, let's come over to here.
We'll do both TVs.
Okay, let's come over here. Let's talk about this. All right, we'll put some really high-res images in the video, but essentially, this is my idea of the car, okay? I have not really decided on the front bumper yet. This is like a mock-up, okay? Headlights, I'm really interested in a design like this, and some functional airflow through the hood vents, through the front bumper. And then as you see your way back, on this side, right here, we have a nice vent here, very nice vent here, and then, you know, some lower ground effects on that. Let's walk to the other TV. Okay, let me close the garage. You take a look at that.
You can see it good. You're good.
Okay, so this is really what the back's gonna look like. I spent a lot of time on the back. We've got a spoiler that comes up from the back. We have this really, really cool modern tail light design. You have the diffuser. It's hard to see the diffuser, but there's like angles in here. There's some nice slits. You have a 335 rear tire. We've got the glass back. We've got the mid center exhaust. Really, really cool. The car's gonna lift up. This is obviously a design from Photoshop. We have a full 3D CAD design. We've got the real stuff on there too, but it splits here and then the back lifts up. So it's really, really cool. And I think it's gonna be really well. So for essentially a $500,000 car, you know, between $500,000 and $600,000, performance, design, status, all of this is gonna fit the bill. So I think we're gonna do a pretty good job selling them. In the next couple of weeks, we're gonna have the car done, ready to be driven. I'm gonna drive it around, we'll test it, we'll get some good numbers, we'll drive some really cool roads, and we'll show you guys what the car will drive like, feel like, and sit like. We'll take some people on some test drives, and maybe at the next car show. You know, so if you guys want to come to the next car show, maybe, I think we're gonna actually do it in November. So November might have a car show, and there might be this here to take a drive around with me, all right? So we're loaded up and we're ready to go to LA. So if we have anything else to do, we'll check back with you guys then.